everyone. I'd like to welcome you to today's session, Mastering Cannabis Operations, Part 1, 5 Steps to Financial Success. We appreciate that you're here with us today and are glad you made time in your schedule to take part in today's session. Before we get started, there are a couple housekeeping items to mention. All attendees are in listen-only mode. If you have questions throughout the presentation today, please submit them through the GoToWebinar question box. We'll also be having 2 polls throughout our session, so please look out for those and participate as you are able to. Today's presenters are Sarah and Jennifer. I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves to you. So take it away, Sarah and Jennifer.
Thank you, Adana. I'm Sarah Silver, and I'm the Director of Horticulture Solutions at Velosio. And I have been working with Microsoft ERP platforms for over, for over 20 years, and I'm working in the cannabis industry for 8 years. Jennifer?
Hello, I'm Jennifer Phoenix, and oh gosh, I think I also have 20 years in the Microsoft Dynamics space. And I currently lead the cannabis vertical team. So we focus specifically on cannabis implementations. And we've been doing so for quite some years now, me specifically and personally since 2018, but it sure feels like longer.
It does. Well, we always say cannabis has a timeline of its own.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Today we're going to be talking about our software product, SilverLeaf, and then we're going to talk about 5 steps to financial success, how our solution will help you with your role in financial reporting and accountability, basically. And then we'll have time for questions and answers at the end. This is the first in a series of 4 webinars. Today's about financial success in the cannabis space. Then in September, we'll be talking about production planning, manufacturing, processing, cultivation. In October, we'll be talking about compliance. And finally, in December, we'll be talking about reporting and BI. So hopefully you can sign up for the whole series of our webinar. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to turn off my camera so we can focus on the screens. Okay, so our first poll question is, what software are you currently using in your company? We see that most cannabis companies are using QuickBooks and a variety of spreadsheets. Some are only on spreadsheets, and others already have other software solution in place. So if you could answer the poll question with one of those 3 answers, and then maybe in the chat, let us know what the other software is that you use, that would be awesome. So we'll give you a second to do that.
Thanks, Sarah. It looks like we're getting some answers in already. It looks like the top answer right now has been QuickBooks and spreadsheets. I'm still waiting in the chat. Looks like we have a couple others, but they haven't answered what they're using.
What their other is. Okay, well, we'll dial back on that later. Thanks, Adana. So first, let's talk about what SilverLeaf is. SilverLeaf is the software solution that we have written on top of Microsoft Dynamics Business Central. Business Central is a world-class ERP that has hundreds of thousands of users around the world with a focus on manufacturing and distribution. And when we got in the cannabis space, as Jennifer and I mentioned a few years ago, we realized that our core ERP was really a great solution for this industry, but we needed to add some specific functionality. So SilverLeaf is the app that sits inside of Business Central to handle the cannabis-specific industry requirements. We're on the Microsoft App Source, and we have several multi-state operators using our solution.